welcome to another CRaFTi video. So today's one is looking at the LOKLiK mini heat press, and LOKLiK were really kind and sent me the heat press to play with. Plus they also sent me the LOKLiK cutting machine and the Crafters bundle, accessory bundle as well. So I've previously done a whole video setting up my LOKLiK cutting machine, cutting some permanent adhesive vinyl in gold and putting it onto my water bottle with this gorgeous Monstera pattern. And can you believe that only took 10 minutes to cut out? And the machine is so quiet as well. And look at the results that you can get with it. Really, really cool. But I said in that video, I also want to try out the LOKLiK mini heat press with the heat transfer vinyl. And for that, I want to add a little motif to one of Pumpkin's old hoodies. I'm not sure if she quite fits in this one still. And the pink never looked very good on her because you could see the her black spots through it. The pink's not really very opaque. But I thought if we put a motif on it, if it does still fit her, you'll see her at the end of the video wearing the hoodie, as long as it works and I don't melt the hoodie or something, because it does tell you, I read it somewhere, I can't remember where I read it now, it might have been on the vinyl itself, about what fabric, best for cotton, polyester and cotton polyester blends. However, this doesn't tell me what it is made of. I'm presuming it's some kind of cotton polyester blend or just a polyester, but we'll find out when I put some heat on it. Hopefully it will work, because I really want to see how well this vinyl will transfer with the heat kind of process. But the main reason I asked LOKLiK for this little mini heat press is so at a later date, when I do some more of my CRaFTi experiment videos, we can play around with hot foiling with this and also melting embossing powders. And actually this machine has 3 heat settings. I found a video on their channel and it says that the first heat setting is 140, the second heat setting is 160 and the third heat setting is 180. And I presume either when you're cutting the vinyl or perhaps on here it might tell you what the actual the best temperature is. I think maybe you have to download something to find the exact temperatures for their different vinyls, so I might have to look into that before we actually use the heat on it. But I did look up, I just randomly googled what's the melting point of embossing powder, and it did seem to say the melting point is like 230, so I don't know how well this is going to work for embossing powder, but at a later date we will be experimenting with that as well. But for this video, I was going to have already cut out the motif for Pumpkin's hoodie, but it's such a simple process and I've got the machine set up next to me, I've got my laptop the other side of me. I think we might as well just cut it in this video so that I can show you the whole process of cutting a heat transfer vinyl rather than a permanent vinyl, and also using the gorgeous mini heat press to press it on. This shows the LOKLiK blue coloured one on the front, which is their branding colours. I'm pretty certain I've got the white one, and I think they do a reddy colour and a denim blue as well. I think they do. If not, they'll probably come out with more colours in the future if they don't already do them. But first of all, let's unbox this, see what this is like inside, because I've not opened it yet. But it says that you can actually use it to customise hats, shoes and even stuffed animals as well. So I might experiment with something else like that in the future. And plus, in their design software, there is over 12,000 free images that you can use, hence where I got all of those Monstera images from. And you've just got basic shapes and any text that you want as well. You can use all of the fonts that are currently on your computer to add text as well. So let's open this up. This is much easier to fit in screen than the box for the cutting machine. But let's open this up. Oh, it looks like you get something maybe to try with in here as well. You get a little pouch. Oh, that's lovely. So we could do something onto the pouch as well if we wanted to. We've actually got that LOKLiK heat transfer vinyl that came with the cutting machine. So you could actually make your own LOKLiK logo to go on the bag to then keep it in, because I presume it's a good size to keep it in. We've got our little instruction booklet, which has the manual in different languages, tells you where the auto shut off button is, where the 3 heat settings will show. You've got the base, the precision tip on the edge, which is good, evenly heated plate, a safety base and an ergonomic handle. Oh, it tells you in here, that's good. It tells you what the heat settings are in here. So it says 140 is first, 160 is second, 180 is the third. and it tells you the red light is when it's heating up, and when it has reached the temperature it goes green, and that would obviously be, if you've only set it on the first setting, the first one would just be green. So that's good to know. Oh, and you don't have to print it off, it says it inside here. That's brilliant too. So oh, how do we know what the difference is between these? Is this a PU heat transfer vinyl, or is this a PVC heat transfer vinyl? I don't think they're the same thing if they are giving you a difference between them, although it does actually say exactly the same thing. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's PU or PVC, but I'm presuming that's what this one is. So we're going to be going on mode 1, and we're only going to need to press it for 15 seconds. And then you want to use medium pressure, and you can peel it off when it's cold or warm. So that's good to know. It gives you all of the uses in here as well, and it gives you some extra tips as well, and cleaning and maintenance. You've got precautions and notices too. Really cool. So you actually have everything in there, and you've got your warranty inside this little booklet as well, and then you've got it in different languages too. So you've got Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, and that's the same as the cutting machine. So you've got that gorgeous little booklet, which if you wanted to, if you have a lot of different LOKLiK things, you could keep that little booklet inside the drawer panel of your bigger machine, your cutting machine, because it would keep it all together. But we have got the gorgeous plug. I love that they come with the white cables as well, because it kind of matches the white sleekness of them. Oh, and look how dinky it is. Oh, it's so sweet. I just thought this is going to be really good for crafting purposes, because I know you can use a crafting iron, and I do have a crafting iron, but I never know what temperature it is, because all of the temperatures just say a type of fabric, and I don't know, you know, what temperature that is. And also, if you use an iron, you tend to get that typical iron shape, and everybody knows that you've used an iron, but this is almost like an oval, so no one's going to really know that you've used an iron to create that shape. And if you did embossing powders and you you know, put some baking paper down to protect and then go like this, you're going to get a lovely oval shape, which is going to look really lovely on a project. So that's really nice, really substantial, lovely to hold. It really does have an ergonomic handle. And the button is the silicone, like the cutting machine as well. That is really gorgeous. And then we also get in here the little stand for it to sit in, so you're not going to burn your desk, which is really nice. So really gorgeous. It's got the lovely logo debossed into it as well. They've really thought about all of the different details. It's really lovely. That fits in there so nicely too. Can't wait to use this. Oh, and it also says on the outside of the box here what you need. You need heat transfer vinyl, heat transfer paper, or sublimation paper. Those are the things you can use. In the box you get the mini heat press, a travel bag, it is a travel bag to keep it in, insulation base, and a quick start guide. So really cool. I cannot wait to try this out. I don't think there's anything else in there, no. Okay, so before we plug this in and start using it, we can get our piece of vinyl cut. So from what I understand with heat transfer vinyl is you actually put it right side facing down onto here, and then when you weed it off you're actually on the back of it, so that when you take it off the mat you can then iron it straight onto something. Sorry, you can hear Pumpkin on my windowsill. She's eagerly awaiting her hoodie, I think. So let's open this up, and I've already done my design on my laptop. I might do a screen recording and put it in when we're actually cutting it out, I'm not sure yet, but I know that my... Ooh, what's in here? That actually comes with instructions inside as well. Oh, this is really good. And it tells you how to cut it on different machines. So if you had different machines, you could always just buy some of their vinyl to cut on your other machines as well. And it tells you about the heat press as well. Oh, that's really nice. You actually get all of the instructions just hidden inside the end of the roll of vinyl too. That is really good. Okay, so that's in there. Yeah, so I've already done my design and I know it's roughly 3 by 4 inches. So I know I only need to cut off a piece of this vinyl that is that size. And I'm doing it in black because that is the heat transfer vinyl that came in my accessories bundle with my cutting machine. But I would love to try some more colours, I think, because she's got a navy hoodie, a red hoodie and an orange hoodie as well. And I think different colours would look really good on those hoodies too. So I want to cut a piece of this that is roughly 3 inches down and then 4 inches across. So I'm just going to use this as a rough guide. We can go a bit bigger, but actually I'm just thinking, does it have, no it doesn't. I was going to say, does it have a grid on the other side, but it doesn't. Okay, and then about, oh no, that's 5 inches. Let's go about there. There's no need to waste it if we know what size our design is. So I'll just add the tape back on and put that back to go in the box safely. And then we have got our piece of vinyl, which we will stick down here when we're ready. Okay, so let's take the protective sheet off of the cutting mat. It really does stick well. And then we want to stick this, so this is the black shiny side that's going to go, like you're going to see, that's going to be on the hoodie, but we want to cut it on the back because the shiny side has actually got clear plastic over it, which is like your carrier sheet that you can iron onto. So I think you can put the heat directly onto it, I'm pretty sure you can. So we're going to press that into place, making sure that there are no air bubbles. This is my first time working with heat transfer vinyl. The previous video was my first time working with vinyl on a cutting machine, and this time it's the first time working with heat transfer vinyl. So once we've got that on there ready, we can bring our machine into view, and if I pull it over like that, we can open it up, and the carriage is in the middle where we left it when we closed it off last time. And then we can press down the on button to turn it on. I think I will do a screen recording of this actually, because I want to show you how this kind of works. So on the screen you can see the little logo that I've created, and it's fitting within a 3 by 4 sort of area on the mat, which is where we've put our vinyl. But if you noticed, my design is showing on the right hand side of my mat, but I've put my vinyl over here, and that's because when you cut heat transfer vinyl, you're cutting on the back of it, so you need your image to be reversed. And when we go to connect our device and cut our project, we want to mirror the mat. So hopefully, if I'm correct in thinking, I've put it on the right hand side, but it should flip to the left hand side when we reverse the mat. So we learnt from last time, we're supposed to click that arrow there, or that tick mark there, to select all of our layers because we want all of it to be shown. And then we're not using basic permanent vinyl now, we are using basic heat transfer vinyl, and it also prompts you to do the mirror image as well. It's changed all of the settings to what they need to be, and then here we have got the mirror sign. So I'm presuming if I flip it that way, is that right? I think that should be right, that it should be flipped horizontal now. So if we go cut, and we can delete all of those from there. Yeah, see, it's flipped it back over to the left-hand side of the mat. So now what we need to do, I'll come back to the actual camera image of the machine. We need to slide this under there and press the load mat button. And then all we need to do is go back to the computer and press start. And the reason why on the computer it puts everything in different colours is because you can actually choose the colour of your items. Like, say you wanted a green leaf, a pink flower, a yellow middle, you could change your items on your mat to those colours, and then it would prompt you to change the colour of the cardstock to be able to cut it in the different colour of cardstock. But for all of my designs that I've been doing, I've obviously not got that much variety of vinyl to work with, so they're all just the same colour anyway, so I didn't bother changing anything on there because, you know, I knew it was all going to be out of the same colour. So it's cut 2 of the pieces so far, and then it's going to cut the word pumpkin out now. So quiet, I cannot believe how quiet it is. It's brilliant. I'm so impressed with this machine. I know this video isn't about the machine, it's about the mini heat press, but it's a fantastic machine. Okay, so it's finished cutting and we can unload the mat, and we've got our heat transfer vinyl cut out and it says pumpkin. I don't know why it's cut the words like that. We'll have to see how that transfers. You can see, look, it's got like a circle overlapping. I'm not sure if that's like a design feature or something. We shall see how that works out. I do not know why it's done that, but we shall see what happens when we go to put that on a hoodie for her. Okay, so I did manage to, whoa, I don't know if I want to focus. I did manage to remove this off of the mat this time to be able to weed it. I guess because it's a smaller piece, it's easier to kind of do. So we can just take off the waste from the outside. You can reveal that really cool design. Well, a really simple design really, but it's more stretchy, this vinyl. It's different. It definitely feels different to the permanent vinyl. So we've got that so far. I probably should put this on a piece of white so you can see it better. I've just got a bit of scrap card here, you can see it better then. And then I'm going to put this thing back on my finger because this was a lifesaver, doing those Monstera leaves. And then I'm going to go in with the straight weeding tool again. So this, I actually want to keep the paw print and this tiny circle that it's done around the edge. So I actually want to come in and take this piece out. I'm not sure actually this weeding tool here is as needed for heat transfer vinyl because it's not sticky, is it? It's the stickiness that's annoying about the little pieces, so maybe we don't actually need to use that this time. And then for this, we've got those weird crossovers in cut lines, but I think I'm just going to ignore them and just weed out the bits that are supposed to be weeded out. And we'll see how it transfers onto, actually maybe you do still need the weeding thing. I think it's going to actually help. Yes, it is. So even though it's not adhesive, it does help get it off the end of your weeding tool. So hardly any pieces to do on this one because there's only a couple of landlocked areas, but there we are. We've got our gorgeous pumpkin to go on her hoodie. So I just did it really simple, just a paw print and the word pumpkin just to test it out, because obviously I've never used heat transfer vinyl before. So I went for an extremely complicated pattern on my bottle for the first time using adhesive vinyl, but I thought heat transfer vinyl would better do something a bit more simple. So next thing we need to do then is plug in the mini heat press. That's interesting. It beeped when I plugged it in. It's also got a really long wire. I'm right-handed, so I'd rather have it on the right side, but my plug socket's on the left side, which is a little bit annoying for me when I'm crafting, but it's long enough to reach across my lap and be able to be used in my right hand, so that's very useful. So I presume we just hold down until the light comes on. Oh, I don't think you have to hold it down on this one. And we know from that sheet that we had that it's the first one, the first temperature setting, which is 140, that we want for this specific heat transfer vinyl. So I'll move that scrap of card out of the way, and then I'll bring Pumpkin's hoodie back in. And we want to try and lay this as flat as possible. And then I'm guessing we should test the... Ooh, it beeps when it's ready. That's very cool. See, with my craft iron, I have no idea when it's ready at the temperature. There we go. It's gone green because it's ready. So let's just check that this fabric will not melt when you apply heat to it. But it looks like it's good. How hot is that? Wow, that got hot so quickly. That really heated up quickly. That's really good. Okay, so the one thing I don't know is, do you just put this straight down and can you iron straight onto this plastic, or do you need something on top of it? So I'm going to, I think we've got a flat enough area there, because this is the ridge on the underside of the hoodie. But I think if we put it about there, I think that'll look pretty good. And the good thing is, when I was peeling off the backing of that heat transfer vinyl, this carrier sheet is sticky, so it's holding it into position for me. Now, I'm thinking you can just go straight onto this plastic, but I don't want to melt it and ruin my heat tool, so... No, I think that seems to work. So you only need to do it for 15 seconds, apparently. So, just check that's definitely... Oh, it is coming off though, look! Wow, it's already attaching. That is crazy! It said medium pressure, 15 seconds, so I'm not actually counting, but I feel like moving it around a little bit is probably a good idea. It's like the perfect size for doing a dog hoodie. I could do like that pumpkin image on her orange one, because I bought her an orange hoodie because I thought she could dress up like a pumpkin and have her orange hoodie on, but it just makes me think that she works at B&Q or something, wearing an orange hoodie. I suppose we're kind of coming out of hoodie weather at the moment, aren't we? But she loves to sit on the windowsill all day. I don't want her to get cold. Okay. I think that's been more than 15 seconds. So let's let it cool down a little bit. But it looks like it's perfectly fine to iron straight onto that clear backing that comes on the heat transfer vinyl. So I'll leave that to cool down a little bit and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've left this to cool down and let's see if it has adhered to her hoodie. It has. Wow, this is so cool. You can literally like personalise anything. Oh. The fact that you can machine wash this as well, brilliant. Don't worry, you can try it on when I've done it. Look at that! Isn't that so cool? You've got a personalised hoodie pumpkin. That is so cool. I don't think you have to do anything else to it. I think that is all you have to do. You literally just iron it on, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I think that's done for our little hoodie. I was just thinking though, we got this heat transfer LOKLiK design vinyl free with the machine. I was just wondering, what if I cut out a LOKLiK logo and then you could put like a little LOKLiK logo on there as well. Give her a little, not sure, I feel like on the front would look really good. Shall we see if that works? So let's just get our scissors and cut an actual LOKLiK logo out. Pumpkin. There we go. And then let's just put it on her hoodie like it's a little emblem on the front of it. I think that'll look really sweet. Okay, so we'll do 15 seconds. Okay, hopefully that is on there enough. And we'll leave that to cool. I'll turn this off now. I presume hold to turn off. Yeah, and it goes beep again. That's really good that it tells you. It's like warning you that it's turning off. Oh, and that base does get very hot. So even though that is a like protect your table kind of base, it does get hot, so be careful about that. And then I don't think we messed up the other side. No, we didn't mess up the other side by adding more heat, so that's good. That's just so, and look, it stretches with the jumper as well. Yeah, hopefully she doesn't stretch it out too much when I put it on her. She's waiting on the windowsill to try it on. We'll wait till this cools down, and then we can see. It's going to be harder to peel because obviously I've cut it right up to the backing, but look at that! She's got a little LOKLiK logo on her hoodie. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to catch a pumpkin. I'm going to put her in a hoodie and then I'll come back. So, excuse how tight it looks on her. Well, it's not that tight, it's more just short. I usually put her in a bigger size than this now, but there's our little model, if she would stop sniffing all my things, with her pumpkin hoodie. Look at that, you've got a personalised hoodie, Pumpkin. There we go. You sit. Can you sit? You gonna sit? We show it off. Pumpkin, you got a hoodie. You have. So it works really nicely for personalising your dog's hoodie. Plus, if she will lie this way round. Oh, are you going to show them the front bit? Oof, Pumpy. Oh, there we go. There's the front emblem of her hoodie. So it works as a little LOKLiK logo as well. So there we go. One happy customer, although it's in a small hoodie. We'll have to customise your bigger hoodies, Pumpkin, yeah? Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video showing you how to use the LOKLiK mini heat press and their heat transfer vinyl to personalise a little dog hoodie. And obviously you can do this on a bigger scale for a human hoodie, or you can use them on tote bags. You could do it on fabric to use on your art journals, like maybe you're creating a journal, maybe you want to add stuff to canvases, all sorts of different ways that you could use this gorgeous heat transfer vinyl. And I'm sure they sell it in lots of different colours as well. I just had the black one that came with my bundle with my cutting machine, but I'm sure they do all sorts of other different colours and finishes as well. From the list that they show, it's got like chameleon ones, glitter ones, all sorts of different ones. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye!